everybody, welcome. I thought I'd start a minute early because I see people here and I am totally discombobulated. No, not really. But good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, Nate. Welcome. You are the first one, followed by the Crypto Camper, then David D. And Steve Believe Guitar. And yeah, good morning. So Nate, let me see here. Nate, I'm going to make you a moderator. If you don't think that I have my moderator, David D, you are already a moderator. Good morning, Steve Believe Guitar. Wow, good morning. Good morning, SPO. It's awesome to have you guys here. It's a great day. I started a minute early instead of at 8:01. Just to get a chance to come out here and say good morning to everybody. I got to move this over. I am not 1000% ready, bit tired, but that's okay. Good morning. I did have someone send me proof of a certain stream removing some YouTube comments that were exposing. Ooh, I wonder who you're talking about. But if you're talking about me, I have only made things private so that they aren't accessible. And I did so to prevent others from using it against people in our community as they solve their own problems. But you would know what I'm talking about, Mr. David D, because yes, we're both on the same page and I think we both have similar beliefs around that. So it is 8:01. Let's get started with our regular morning update. Hello, everybody. My name is Sincerely George, and I want to welcome you to the XRP Community Update. So in our spotlight today, we have Adam Kilpatrick. And Adam Kilpatrick is actually the last person that's going to be in the XRP Community Spotlight because I want to hold this spotlight for somebody special. And the challenge is I don't know everybody that's in the community. So as I go out and I meet more and more people, I'm realizing that there are people that are totally left out of this because it's often people that I spend a lot of time communicating with. And I want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to be promoted and recognized. So I have another way to recognize that. But Adam Kilpatrick is actually quite the special person. He's a father. He lives off the grid, which makes it very interesting to anybody who lives on the grid like me. And he is a musician, a farmer. He shares lots of great videos. So let's get to Adam Kilpatrick really quickly here. So he has a YouTube channel. He was actually on my, I did a special for content creators. And so he was on there. And as I went out today to go and put him on the spotlight for a completely different reason, I realized he's updated all of his thumbnails to look amazing. Nothing makes me more excited about helping people in the community than seeing them actually implement the ideas and make their own experience of life better. So bravo, Adam. I'm really impressed with what your channel looks like. It looks really pulled together and your thumbnails are looking fantastic. Feeding the horses. I love that video. So moving on, last week we were talking about Cinnamon preview when we showcased the fact that Rochelle has her Cinnamon and her Coil account up and running, but we went and searched for Adam's channel, Silhouette Park Farm, out here on Cinnamon and realized that it wasn't coming up very well. And that's the reason why Adam is in the spotlight this morning. I had to check my sound for a second there. Because through just, doing some debugging on the Cinnamon site, we were able to identify what the root cause of it was and to get that feedback over to Cinnamon. Cinnamon is getting ready for their public launch and, they're asking for as much feedback or bugs, feedback, support in identifying ways to make Cinnamon better. So if you're an early content creator that is on the Cinnamon platform, definitely, work to get that information over to the Cinnamon team as easily as possible. And my screen is too long. You can't see the bottom. Let me pull it up here. So if you're a content creator, I think the best way to get information over to Cinnamon is to use this handy dandy little pop-up here, which will enable you to start a conversation. They are online. Originally, they were online 24/7. I am not sure if there still is 24/7. I think they might have got the startup burnout and just trying to do too much at once. I've been there. I'm there right now, but they really need our feedback to make this platform as awesome as possible. I know when they sent their email about asking for feedback, they weren't expecting anything from me. They sent the email, and within 2 minutes, I think, I was back at them. And Peter actually responded. He was like, wow, I didn't expect a response so fast, but then I looked at who it was, and I realized that, you know, it was coming through. And fact is, I was just checking my email for a change. So let's help Cinnamon get ahead. As you can see, you know, on Cinnamon, you're able to post, you know, you could take YouTube videos that were really awesome on YouTube, bring them over to Cinnamon for our growing community. And I love Adam Kilpatrick's channel and the stuff that he creates. He is really an upbeat, happy guy who, and Nettie also, I found her channel. She has a channel on YouTube, and you know, through luck of the draw, I was able to find her channel. Both very amazing people. And so if you're on Cinnamon, definitely go out and hype their videos. Rochelle was asking me, what does it mean to hype? And what it means is it's giving a thumbs up to a video. So as you can see, I'm out here hyping. I've actually watched, I just love Adam. Let me just say that. But this slow cooked barbecue lamb ribs was a great video. I wish I had that kind of barbecue. So moving on, I just want to take a minute and refocus in on Rochelle. Rochelle last week had posted 1 video. Now she is up to 2. She is also on Coil and looking for support. If anybody has any feedback on how she can improve her channel, she is on Twitter, Rochelle Stroke Survivor there, and she is a member of the XRP community. Both of these people are members of the XRP community. So it's really great to be connecting with people around the globe that are using our platform. And as some of my friends may know, XRP Carolina is also on Cinnamon, which is really awesome. He created a video, MasterCard Partners with Earth3, that I thought was pretty awesome. It sounds as though he's having problems with OBS, and I am actually honestly offended. Why did he not DM me? Why did this man not DM me if he's having problems with his software? If he is out there, and I don't know if he's in my comments yet, but if you're having problems with OBS, goodness gracious, you need to reach out to your technical people. It used to be a lawyer, a doctor, and a plumber. It's a lawyer, a doctor, and a technical person. You still need a plumber, but yeah, get us, reach out to us. So if you are having problems with OBS, XRP Carolina, please reach out. I'm more than willing to help, and we can probably do it over DM, or if it would be better, we could connect via Zoom meeting, and you could show me what's happening on your desktop. So I want to put the spotlight on one more person, you know, a shameless plug for me, Riley. Riley is also, she's on YouTube, Coil, and on Cinnamon. She is absolutely amazing. And I say a shameless plug for me because, as you know, I'm all about this here for XRP, and she is one of the early people that I've reached out to and said, please perform for us during the upcoming event on November 16th. So she's like, I'm thinking about it. So if any of you guys know her, definitely go tell her that this is the place to be. I think she has some concerns about just making sure that it's the best possible quality and shining her in the best light. But she is another amazing performer. We've got Adam Kilpatrick and Riley, 2 amazing performers that are in our community. Wow, to be on the front end of things. So now we are getting into more of the technical stuff. I don't know what the heck to call it, but this is something that has been on my mind. And I actually pronounced this properly, but I was calling it Guadalupe, right? Because I could say that, but this is GoTeba. I have to say it many times because it's a weird name. We still do not have a fix for this. Nothing has been published on security threads in regards to the GoTeba malware virus. And at this point, there is no known fix. Most of what it does impacts at the server level. Nonetheless, it can install malware on your computer and become hidden. So I'm going to continue tracking this is why I put this here. I don't have an update on it, but I think this is really important because they're leveraging the Bitcoin blockchain for updating their command and control servers. The command and control servers are what continue to tell the virus or the malware what to do, where to send things. So if you are saving passwords on your within your browser, you need to stop doing that. You need to be using a password manager. And because you want to make sure that the passwords that you have are safe. This malware actually goes out, pulls all of the content from your browsers and downloads it somewhere. And how it'll be used, and how it will be used is up to the malicious actors. So moving on. So MasterCard and Earth3 deliver blockchain cross-border payment solution. Wow. I didn't even get a chance to dig into this. I had too much of my own other stuff going on yesterday, but this was big news that was sent to me by Bubba Shipes. And I was like, wow, this is big. So I don't have a lot of facts on this. I only have what I've heard so far, but oh, what are you doing? Yes, I don't like that. What was that? Sorry. I hope nobody's out there having a seizure right now. So FinTech Futures, a site that exists within the banking space. It's more about banking than anything else. Published this article yesterday, and the key takeaways that I took out of this article is that what MasterCard is really trying to focus in on is account to account transactions, right? And transfers, which is not really a space that they're in now. They're really in cards, debit cards, and credit card space. And our goal is to, and I quote here, our goal is to deliver global payment infrastructure choice and connectivity as demonstrated through our recent strategic acquisition and partnership, including our relationship with R3. So where else did I see? I saw it somewhere else. I read something else somewhere else. I just go out and read articles about the same thing over and over and over again to see if I can pick up any tidbits. But institutions, large or small, rely on the ability to send and receive payments, but all too often the technology they rely upon is cumbersome and expensive. And another notable on this article was the news follows MasterCard's acquisition of global payments company TransferFast earlier this year. And I don't know if you guys were aware, but MasterCard had acquired TransferFast in July, and I'm not liking how this website operates when you scroll. I don't know if they're liking me either, but whatever, stop it, FinTech Futures. So MasterCard acquired TransferFast, which is a global payments company that significant cross-border network reach. So it looks as though they are trying to get into the money transfer space, and I was not aware of this. This didn't really come into my radar. So I'm interested in, I'm going to go and check who's here. If you guys aren't aware, we're sort of changing the format. So if you have any comments about, the MasterCard Earth3 partnership, now is the time to share them, and we will talk about them. I want to make the conversation much more interactive, and then we will move on to our next article, which I also think is very neat, but neat in a weird way. I feel like somebody's cheating on us. Nate was the first one here this morning, and I so appreciate you being here, Nate. Nate actually runs Crypto Community USA, I believe is the name of the website, and wrote an article about here for XRP. And so I really appreciate you, Nate. The Crypto Camper was number 2, followed by me talking in my own chat. Yay. Then David D, Steve Believe Guitar, followed in by SPO. Awesome to have you here this morning. DMX70. Good morning. Carl Lewis. I see that somebody bought you a ticket for the event. How fantastic. David Butler. Nixer89. Wonderful to have you here. Jungle Inc. Silhouette Park Farm. Good to have you here this morning. Who else? AJ is here. Wow. Good morning. Something clever. And XRP Angel Connie, my dear friend, very awesome to have you here as well. And let's keep going. I'm looking. RTV, good morning. I saw that you actually met up with Malpass, James Malpass. That is very, very cool. Chucky Loco, fantastic to have you here. Lionel. And who else? The Great Pate. Yes, awesome. Good morning. So I'm so impressed that you guys are here. Thank you so much for showing up. I sort of got sideways, so I didn't go out and spam I think I spammed the internet with one tweet about the fact that I was doing this, but then I was off thinking about things that I wanted to talk about and how the discussion would go. So I really appreciate you guys showing up. So Nixer FFM from Twitter, fantastic. Good morning, Chris. Wonderful to have you here, my friend. Parker Presley, howdy. howdy. So what do you guys think about the MasterCard news? I'm really impressed. To me, it really speaks to people moving forward despite a lack of regulatory clarity at this point. The fact that that regulations haven't quite yet been laid out, and we'll talk a little bit more about this in the next article, because I'm not a lawyer, in case you didn't know. I'm not a lawyer, but I think that companies are continuing to move forward and saying, whatever, we will start paying the consequences. We can't afford to be late on these innovations. And the reason I say that is because larger organizations such as MasterCard, Visa, your banks, they are under a heavy burden of regulatory regulation and oversight. And fintechs, and Ripple would fall into the fintech space because they aren't managing anybody's money. Like, there's different rules that define, FDIC insured and controlled, not controlled, but oversight, now requiring oversight from the FDIC and from the SEC, et cetera, and a lot of fintechs don't fall into that. Why don't they fall under those requirements? Because they aren't moving anybody's money. A lot of them have innovations that look at the data that's out there and available. Usually the user has to enable access to the data, right? So you go and you say, okay, allow access to my information through SSO connection, and now they can actually pull the data as a feed down to their application. So they didn't do anything with money transfer, and from there they can now activate or do events on the main platform. So these integrations between the larger organizations and the fintech is what these larger organizations want. So if they continue to stay out of the blockchain space, then the fintechs will build partnerships with other companies or move forward with blockchain without them, right? So the banks have the money, cool. People are starting to port money into blockchain solutions. Money is leaving the traditional arena, and now that it's in the blockchain space, how do these organizations connect with that and maintain that relationship with their customers' money? Is how I think of it. So I think partnerships like the ones, between TransferFast and R3 are really important for large organizations. So hopefully somebody else came up with a comment. I had to carry this conversation for us. So let's see what comments we have here. Okay, let's see. Anthony Jackson's running a popularity contest. Fantastic. All right. So expect Garlinghouse and CNN in 45 minutes. Yes, I'm really excited about that. I was looking at that and I was wondering if it was going to be pre-recorded or what. There were bets being placed on whether or not he would be, breaking news. We have something from, the memorial yesterday, and, I'm happy that they moved that. Did you see what David D is typing on your stream? I thought this was a family stream. It is. Okay. For Homecoming King Award, I would make you the Homecoming King. I don't know if that's bad. AJ, I adore you. I think you're amazing. Most definitely. CNN just teased the ripple effect. Wow. Awesome. What? And then Parker Presley says, what did I wander into? Is this a money room? I thought it was a singles chat. Yeah, it is a singles chat. Try to connect with the binary choice of your selecting. So let's move on. Since you guys obviously already know this news and talked it to death yesterday, I'm still catching up. I thought I could use you guys for inside facts. You guys aren't helpful at all. Not helpful. So So here's the cheating organization over here. Banco Santander issues 20 million end-to-end blockchain bond. What the heck? Why do I call them cheating? Because it's on the Ethereum blockchain, right? Since Santander said it in a note that it had issued a $20 million block, $20 million bond directly into the Ethereum blockchain, where it remains until the end of its 1-year maturity. I thought this was really interesting, and I just want to pull out some facts about this. So in my opinion, I'm calling this an inside job, right? Because Santander issued and also is the custodian of the bond. So while Banco Santander is itself the issuer of the bond, one of the group's units purchased the debt instrument at market price. So money's not going anywhere, right? Like, this is a glorified test, in my opinion. It's a production test, right? But Santander Securities Services is operating as a tokenization agent and the custodian of the cryptographic keys, while Santander Corporate and the corporate and investment banker, the CIB, acted as the dealer. So they talk about the fact that it was issued on the Ethereum blockchain, but as I was just talking about, people are not waiting for extreme regulatory clarity. I think this is a big change from last year, where everybody was a little bit gun shy, because right here, this is the, and it's at the very, very end of the article. So sometimes you have to read all the way to the end to get to the juicy parts. But Santander has received for this transaction support. Santander, and I think this needs a comma somewhere. Santander has received support from London-based startup Nirvana, right? Backed by the venture capital fund Santander Innoventures, and legal advice from global law firm Allen and Overy. I hope I said that right. I probably didn't. There's probably an accent in there that I missed. But the thing is that, in order for, one of the challenges that you have in the smart contract space is that the contract is written in code, and, the law, the courts don't know how to translate code. Show me a judge that knows how to read code. And in order for a smart contract to actually be valid, you need a written contract that goes with it, so that you're referencing the smart contract and saying, that's just following the rules of this paper-based document. So this article really caught my attention, because I'm interested in what sort of clarity is now available that people feel comfortable going and issuing a bond with the smart contract. Now, as I said earlier, I think it's a production test. They issued it to themselves. They're not losing any money if the contract goes rogue. But that contract, if it's not written well, and I'm sure they wrote it very, very well. They have great developers. It's probably a very simplistic, not easy to break Ethereum contract. But as long as there's no bugs in the Ethereum blockchain that would allow the code to be overwritten, they should get their money back. That's all I'll have to say. But there's lots of hackers and malicious actors out there. So, I hope the code is safe, and I think that's why they're doing this production test. So, Anthony Jackson says, Brad is going to say disruption, level playing field, 200 plus partners, etc., then get cut off. I don't know. Why would he get cut off? That's a very interesting question. Probably the light. I don't know what you mean by probably the light, Chris, but it's good to see you here. I haven't seen you in a while. It's very good to see you here, and we should get to chit-chatting. Chris XRP, you might need to adjust your monitor settings or just buy a new one. Okay. David D says, yes, there are some projects trying to be compliant and others that are comfortable playing in the gray area. That is why they need to research and understand where they take info from. Yes, I totally agree with that. Totally agree with that. So, so I think that David D is saying here, the segments need to be 3 to 5 minutes long if other crypto segments are to go by. Yeah, I agree. Oh my goodness, you're talking my language. I've been working on the Here for XRP stuff, and let's see. DMX70, Silhouette Park Farms, LOL, confusing for me because English is not my native language. I'm not sure what he said, but if it was something that I said, DMX70, definitely let me know and I will try to clarify it using different words. What did I say? Oh, David D, did you just make me say the word? You just made me say the R word, didn't you? And I said it. Thank goodness I'm not giving away XRP for that. Bad boy. Yes, indeed. All right. The Libra. So let's move on. This is not breaking news. I'm just going to give you guys some updates. So the XRP Community Fund, as you know, I'm working on and really working with other people too, but the Here for XRP fundraiser is a go. I've been working behind the scenes on trying to get all of the documentation ready for that. And the XRP Community Fund is now an official foundation registered in the Netherlands. Let me open this up because via my Coil account, you will actually see, and here are the guys behind it. Aw, pet them. Aw, so cute drinking their coffee. Isn't that just wonderful? So they actually, if you're a Coil subscriber, you're actually able to come out here and see the foundation formation papers, which is really awesome. I'm really impressed that they put this information out here. Sorry to scroll so fast. So definitely come out and take a look at it. Hodor has written up an amazing article about the XRP fund and what their goal is. In their tweet or somewhere in reading about this morning, now they're working on all the bylaws and defining how XRP will be allocated out. So I think that is, and how do I view, sorry guys, hide, no, go away. Sorry. I don't like to show my toolbar. It's giving away too much information, but I thought this was really interesting news. So I created a press release. Okay, maybe I created the press release anyways, and then I found the news. But press release here for XRP. We've made our first 500 XRP donation to the XRP fund, which is great. And I've been working on stuff like this. I was just about to say a partial bad word. But all of the information in regards to how we want people to get involved and what we're looking for is ready. I'm ready to go and harass people and ask for involvement. I feel so excited and very, very tired. And we'll be having an award ceremony, and the FUD Stoppers is one of the awards that will definitely be in. I'm getting that in no matter what, because I want to spam the internet with FUD Stoppers and XRP and identify one person who is over the top amazing. So last year, the whole idea for the event came up based on this article last year, which is pretty malicious and very attacking. But the XRP community made it to number 4 as, most influential people in the blockchain space. So yeah, even though it's an attack on us, it's actually really awesome because we beat out a lot of, highly influential people, and we actually got our own trading card, which is very cool, right? So, see, there's our trading card. You could actually buy this. Yes, buy this for trading and whatever else other people do with stuff. But yeah, we are going to have an XRP Choice Award, and ignore the fake text on here. I'm trying to make it look sort of what it would look like, but I don't know what that text would be yet. And I need your guys' help identifying what these awards would be. This is a Community Choice Award, so I'm not even going to choose what we choose as these. I'm going to Les Miserables this weekend. Yay, I can't wait. It's my favorite. But starting Monday, we're going to start figuring out what these different awards should be. So I just want to tell you some of the ones that I've thought about. So 2019 MVP, Most Valuable Player Award, whatever, the person that's done the best for our community. Technology Specialist, so thinking about people like Wind, Nixter, FFM, anybody that is creating innovative solutions that is really driving the XRP ecosystem forward. That's who we want here. Now, we all know about Wind. He is definitely a rock star, but we need to recognize other developers in this space, you know, and most of them aren't making money. Like, I don't think Nixer FFM makes anything for the tools that he creates to enable us to do ledger exploration. Additionally, we have like non-Ripple independent validators, right? This is another role that we should be recognizing, because we need decentralization, and these people are actually spending money to be validators and to keep the exchange, to keep the XRP ledger safe. Blogging and coil contributors, there's lots of people that write articles. We have Hodor. We also have Nate, the first person that was here, who writes articles about what's going on in our space in the larger crypto community. So who are those? Fudbusters, I know everybody, the first person that comes to mind is definitely Tiffany, and then we've got Lionel, and we've got others that are out doing this. Rabbit hole explorers, I am Legion, not Legend. I am Legion, you know, and Darren, who has been in the spotlight before. There's other people, Sam I Am, and many more video content creators. Now, for the video content creators, I was talking through this with somebody who actually allowed me to just ramble on while they were listening. And I think if we're going to do video content creators, I would like to see it broken down by number of subscribers. So, you know, we've got some people in the space who have 20,000 plus subscribers. So let's put them in a category of their own. Then let's put, like, you know, the 15, you know, 10,000 to 20,000 group, and then go down. So maybe this is broken out into 3 categories, for maybe even 4 people who have less than 1,000, so that I could qualify. But you know, let's get our video content creators out there, because they're often the ones that are taking the news and broadcasting it to the larger community. There are a lot of content creators, and I just want to open this up, because one of the things about this is, you know, I could build this out so that it has a drop down and list people, but a lot of these would be built as short answers, because I don't want to list some people and miss everybody else. Like I was saying about the XRP Spotlight, there are people that I know because I watch and I engage with their content, but there's lots of people I don't know. So this will help us identify who in our community is doing stuff that other people think is amazing. And then after we do the Choice Awards, we'll elect, you know, these people as being winners. But then everybody that, you know, hit a certain point, we will put on a larger list so that others can go out and explore them. So I see it sort of at like an Oscars or Emmy, graphic designer of the year. Like, I can think of people, right, most likely to be a bot. Yep, I have a couple votes for that. Hopium retweet junkie. So I want some of these to be fun, but I also want some of these to be really serious, because there are some people in our community that are really going above and beyond to you know, drive mass adoption for XRP, and we need to I want to recognize them. Now, if I'm the only one that votes, that's awesome, because I get to vote for all my favorite people. It'll be awesome. And then finally, another thing that I put here was Ripple front person. Now, there are so many people that work at Ripple. I think they have over 200 employees working around the globe, and I think a lot of them can't talk about stuff. So who are the people that we see in the media that has really done things in 2019? So I'm going to scroll up, because I need your guys' input on this type of stuff, and I'm hoping that next week I can actually drive for community involvement in defining this. I don't want to define this, but I put parameters on things so that we're talking within a space. You know, how many cooks do we need in the kitchen trying to define something and we don't get anything done? So laying out some foundations like event ticket rules and creating a dashboard, all of this stuff takes a lot of flipping time. I am so tired. I actually binge watched some TV yesterday, and I don't like TV because I'd rather be doing something. But yeah, I'm 3 minutes over, but let me go to the comments, because, oh, Notorious made it. Wow, that's awesome. I stalked him as well. I'd like him to be involved in the team behind Notorious XRP to be involved in the XRP Community Choice Awards. So, you know, there's a couple more things that I sort of have to provide parameters for. Actually, let me go and see if I can find it really quickly, because I think this is key. Give me just a second. Give me just a second. I need to pull this off screen so I can do it first. So, and I need to not talk while I do this, because I'm notorious. I used the word notorious. So this is what I fell asleep working on last night. And this is definitely not written in stone, but you're seeing it here first, and it's half baked. But I'm thinking about, you know, a 1.5, 2 hour, and again, this is community choice, like community will decide on this, but this is, I'm thinking a 2 hour event where we have sort of an introduction, then these blue pink areas are areas where we will actually have content creators come in and put their, you know, do something. So I'm just throwing out a name here, but let's say we have, I'm going to use Brad Garlinghouse because there's no way Brad Garlinghouse would be on here, so I won't show preferential treatment to anybody. But let's say the 10 to, you know, this 10-minute block here is filled by Brad Garlinghouse. He comes in and talks about something, and then would issue an award. Then we would do an intermission so that we could transition to another content creator who would be doing the next one. The entire Here for XRP YouTube channel is coil optimized and monetized. So all of, you know, from all of us watching this, we would be monetizing it, and all of that would go to the XRP fund. So, all right, shameless whatever you call it for this charity idea, but yes, let's go and see what we have going on in the chat. Okay, well, it's time to go. Will Calvin and AJ be helping? Haha, YouTuber count votes. Well, we will see. I'm trying to make it as clear and transparent. I'm really working to make sure that people can't game the system. Can anybody go there and vote now? No, because I want to we need to get our categories set up correctly and identify, you know, good categories. So I'm trying, if anybody has any ideas on a category that they think would be really valuable, let me know. So I studied my Latin this morning to refresh my memory on the meaning, but nothing. What does a backwards S indicate? Where is a backwards S? I don't even know where you have a backwards S. You guys are crazy. Calvin Knight, you might have under 1,000, but you're in our hearts. David D, Alex Cobbs, nothing to look. Wow, I'm blushing. Calvin, I'm blushing over here. You got me blushing. All right. I believe it's a tape delayed. AC is streaming. Aren't you a mod there? All right, guys. Well, it's time for the great Alex Cobb. Everybody should go to his channel. I think that's a great place to go. And I will listen to him as I walk to work. So, for now, I am out. I really need some input on this because this is a bit of a brainchild. I've been reaching out to some people in the community and they've been fantastic, but I'm sort of doing these data dumps and looking for feedback back. Next week will be everybody's opportunity to really rant and rave about how horrible this is all, or blah blah blah. I know I keep forgetting to bring that up. My subscriber count is 589. Nothing tickles me pink. That's why I haven't been saying like or subscribe. If it stays there, maybe my XRP holdings will go to that price too. But that is awesome. Yes, my sub numbers are 589. I know, it's so awesome. You guys are fantastic. All right, well, with that, my friends, I'm also watching CNN. You guys are great. I have to go to work. I'm trying to get to work at a good time. I'm coding. Actually, I got my amazing win. I got my code working, and then here comes the architect and says, oh, no, let's write it over here, and we'll do this and that. So it was a great bonding moment for me and him. But yeah, I want to get it done, out of the way. You know, code quality and time per line are two metrics that I enjoy focusing on when I'm coding. So I am so happy you guys are here and are willing to stay, but I'm already 8 minutes over, so I have to go. But yeah, I would really love some participation from people in the community who are interested in seeing this project move forward. Like I mentioned, there are rules around around XRP Fund that are still being defined. So we're doing it on faith that they're going to do what they say, but I trust the people that are doing it. Who just subscribed? I didn't ask. You guys just changed my numbers. I'm now at 580. 590. Still a good number. I like that number. Anything over 589, I'll take it. I will take it. So please like and subscribe. I would appreciate it. Now that I've moved past the number, I guess I can say it. I'm already at 590, which is awesome. So thank you so much for all of your guys' support. I really do appreciate it. And if you guys have any suggestions on how I can improve my content, please reach out. And, you know, I would love to hear it. And with that, I'm going to leave. Only 10 minutes over. Only 10 minutes over. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Thank you to everybody who showed up today. And, you know, get back to me. Do you like this format better? Do you like the other format better? Is there stuff that you want me to cover more of? I really do not want to be a parrot for the stuff that is covered by other channels. Instead, I want to make this unique content, a unique place to stay. And if that means that I am not, you know, doing this, that, or the other thing, that's fine. I don't have to be this, that, or the other thing. I am me. So go out there, innovate on something, be yourself, have fun, drive for your goals, and yeah, stay amazing. I love you all. Mwah, 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 mwah. Let's see if I can find the button now that I've opened all these windows over here. Yeah, I'm on a Mac, so, and I don't have, oh my goodness. The people I work with, they come to my desk to look at my code. They change my IDE. I don't even know what the heck's going on with my integrated IDE, integrated development environment anymore. And then they run away before they actually finish. I'm like, wow, back to coding again. I love it. All right. So I will talk to you later. What is with this new button that chose to show up? I will talk to you later. I hope you have a great day. And I'm still on the wrong screen. I love my life. I love my life. It's fantastic. Okay, I'm on the right screen now. And I'm going to click both buttons. All right, guys. Have a good one. Bye.